How do you become a drug counselor? My name is Daniel, I'm 9 years sober, and I am a drug counselor here in Texas, which is all I can speak on because that's all I know. But here in Texas, all you need is at least an associate's degree in addictions counseling, to complete a 300-hour practicum, to complete a 4,000-hour internship, and then to pass the ADC, that is Alcohol and Drug Counselor examination. Now, if you obtain a master's degree in, say, mental health or psychology or social work, you can have your 4,000 hours waived and complete the ADC examination all by itself to become a fully licensed drug counselor. But if you're like me and you didn't get your degree, you're looking to start on the path and figure out where to go just from square one, you really have one of two options. You can either go to a trade school, which will give you all of the core classes to become a counselor intern, or what we call a CI, but the catch is you do have to complete a full associate's degree by the time you complete your internship so that you can become fully licensed. So if you complete those 4,000 hours of internship, but you still don't have the associate's degree, sorry bud, you're gonna have to go back to school. So if you get your associate's degree in addictions counseling while going to school, you also complete that 300-hour practicum. And you will find clinical training institutions all throughout the state. They are publicly listed on the state website for you to find, where you call them up, you ask to attend as a practicum student, and then they allow you to watch and be supervised by a drug counselor or multiple drug counselors at that CTI, and you get that 300-hour practicum, you get that associate's degree, and you can become a counselor intern. As a counselor intern, you can either intern with, again, a CTI, Clinical Training Institution, or by a CCS, which I believe stands for Credentialed Counselor Supervisor, or something along those lines. Either way, you find somebody who can sign off on your internship hours, and you begin the process of fulfilling that 4,000-hour requirement, which is roughly equivalent to 2 years of full-time work. The state gives you 5 years to complete your internship, and then the alcohol and drug counselor examination, you can take it basically anywhere in the process after you've become an intern. So I actually took my exam before I completed any hours. I went and I took it, I passed it, there it is, don't have to worry about it anymore. Now let's talk a little bit of shop on actually being a drug counselor. When you first get into the field as an intern, you are probably going to have to work at a clinical training institution. Most clinical training institutions are working with government contracts, which means that they are working with people who are kind of like coerced by the state, either through probation, through CPS, through parole. And so those are the kinds of clients that you will be working with throughout your internship. It's incredibly common. I worked with probation, but just be aware, you are going to work with people who may not actually want help. And it is your job to work with them even in their resistance and ambivalence, which may be a little disheartening because you build up this idea of becoming a drug counselor and making a difference in the world, and then you come to find out that 38 out of the 40 people on your caseload are just lying to you every time they meet with you. Now, I say this knowing that it might come across a little harsh or a little skeptical or cynical, but it really is the reality of the situation. And if you have the heart for that, you're willing to deal with the resistance and the ambivalence, and you're willing to get your hands dirty and work in the trenches, then by all means, this is the field for you. But not a lot of people can swing that long term, so a lot of people treat their LCDC as a stepping stone towards something bigger. So maybe they want to go become a licensed professional counselor, LPC. So a lot of people they become LCDCs, do it for a while, and then move on. quite frankly, being an LCDC does not pay too well. Here in Houston, the average salary is probably somewhere around 40 to 50, which do I think that's livable? As a single father and a type 1 diabetic with multiple comorbidities, I do not think it's livable. But if you find that to be livable, find it something that you can work within the bounds of, and you are passionate about recovery and addiction, then by all means, come on in, because we are constantly churning out people. I'm just being real with you. It is an extremely demanding job. It does not pay well. A lot of people are very thankless. They don't want to be in your office. And so, yeah, burnout is incredibly real. So the thing I will leave you with is, if you can go and do something else and be happy and fulfilled doing that, you should probably go do that. But if you cannot shut up about recovery, if you are extremely passionate about this and you want to make a difference, you have to make a difference, and by all means, get to it.